The following will contain spoilers for Wings of Fire first arc. If you have read the books, then great. If you hadn't, please come back in a while. Hello again, everyone! This is Dragon Videos, and I'm ready to go back to doing a big discussion about the possible casting of the latest Netflix film coming up, Wings of Fire, the newest one. There's yet to be too many details, so keep an eye on that, as well as there's still gonna be some developments hopefully later on this year. But anyway, since we're still waiting on those results, I thought to discuss some possible casting for the villains of Wings of Fire. That's right, I'm going to go over some possible casting concepts of who is going to play these specific villains. But I'm going to be focusing on the first arc, so I wouldn't be exactly focusing on the other villains that have been presented in the Wings of Fire series so far. And again, these are just my speculations and some idea based on the personalities of these villains and the actions they have done. So without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with the one who gave the Dragonets hell in the first place. Not only that, but also hell to the Talons of Peace, or basically, he made the Talons of Peace as nothing more than cardboard dragons who are supposedly to bring peace together. He also created the prophecy just so that way the Nightwings would have a proper home in the jungle after everything exploded. Morseer is very cruel and manipulative and not above hurting others to get what he wants. So I feel like in a lot of ways he looks down on others. He's very arrogant and conceited and has no qualms of hurting other dragons, let alone wants to get rid of Glory because he knew that Glory would expose his secret and thus causing more havoc to his schemes more than ever, thus resulting in what makes him one of the ideal villains for the Wings of Fire. Now, a lot of things come into mind. One of them is being the voice actor of Judge Claude Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, as well as Jeremy Irons from Scar from The Lion King. Both of these voice actors would fit very well to the gravelly and firm voice of the guy. Samuel Raimi is also an ideal character. He is the guy who voices the Beast from Over the Garden Wall, because it definitely also gives off a mysterious edge to Morseer, as well as in a lot of ways just to help show how draining is. I also thought the voice actor of Horde Prime could also fit into that equation because of just how cruel and manipulative Horde Prime was, as well as the voice for him was pretty scary and intimidating, let alone those 3 eyes. But I feel like would be ideal concepts because, again, Morseer is very manipulative and has a presence that makes you feel so dreadful in the room. Oh, goody gumdrops, I get to talk about her. My least favorite Skywing in the entire series. So, Queen Scarlet is a psychopathic warmonger who loves nothing more than to watch dragons battle each other to the death. She is not even about manipulating her own subjects to get what she wants, especially poor Peril. She even went as far as executing and had to work with a Rainwing in order to do so. And of course, she has been tormenting others nonstop when she had a hold of a dream visitor. So yeah, of course, we were all happy that Gillory put her in her place, as well as her own daughter, Queen Ruby. So make no mistake though, Queen Scarlet was nightmare fuel, and one that we had to be really cautious with, especially in escaping peril. So currently, she hasn't been mentioned much, but based from what I had read in the book, I feel like two actors could be fit for this. Summer Cree, who has been doing many lines before, has also felt like an ideal character because she can definitely bring off a more draining edge to it, as well as giving off a nice nasty laugh, which I think would also fit Scarlet's horrible nature. Also, fun fact, Summer Cree has actually played as Cinder in one of the Spyro games, and she did a pretty good job too. It definitely brought off and matched the image of what we had in mind about Cinder and her terrifying work, and if she was able to do it before, she could do it again. Also, I feel like Grey DeLisle could also work well with this too. She's also done a dragon role before as Morna from Kaijudo. She can also bring off the insanity that Queen Scarlet has because, if many of you read the book, she is totally insane and a way dangerous dragon that should not be kept alive. So I would be very shocked if they did someone else, but I feel like these two actresses could really pull it off. Okay, I saved these three for last. After all, they started the war in the first place. True, Morsier started the prophecy, but it was them who started dragging all 7 tribes into a war that is none of their business. It was mostly them fighting over the throne since Queen Oasis, their mother, died, and the 3 Sandwing sisters had a major dispute, and apparently decided it was smart to try to use all 7. Blister is the smartest one of the group. She's practically the mastermind of it all, as well as masterminding the prophecy. She is very manipulative and calculating. Heck, even Queen Oasis feared her. She had no qualms with working with Morsier, as well as coming up with conniving ways to hinder the progress of the Dragonets of Destiny and make sure that they go on her terms and her terms alone. Though the Nightwings are definitely trying to pull something off with her later on in Book 5. So, Blister is very ambitious, not above killing any dragon that stands in her way. Heck, even trying to go as far as trying to kill Blaze was pretty dark, even as going as far as trying to kill Burn, the oldest, into trying to use that sort of stuff. Oh god, that's definitely very dark, even for her. I don't know too many actresses who could pull this voice acting off, but so far, as I mentioned before in the last one, Summer Cree felt more like an ideal case because she could definitely still bring on that creepiness that Blister holds. Blaze is, well, to put it bluntly, an airhead. She can be good to hang out with sometimes, and she's the least meaner of the 3 sisters. Though in terms of strategy and how to rule a kingdom, bupkis. Even when she says she has a barbed tail, I feel like she would fail miserably in trying to take on both Burn and Blister alone without the help of the Ice Wings, because she definitely shows she's not exactly very apt. So one of the voice actors I felt like would have been perfect was the English voice actress for Toru Honda, but without her kindness or her tender nature. I also thought of Megan Hilty, the voice actress who plays as Llama Wing from Centaur World. She's the pink llama centaur who's holding the face up. She definitely comes off as a little bit airy as well as somewhat condescending at times. And last but not least, Fern. Basically the Sandwing version of Queen Scarlet, except probably meaner. She has this very disturbing hobby of collecting dead things and holding them like a museum. She is even probably a ticking time bomb that will go off, because if she loses her temper even the slightest, she will bring hell to anyone who comes within reach. And not above trying to use her brute force to hurt everyone around her, even a very horrible queen that many people should not get involved with. I definitely felt like Jasper's voice actress would come into mind, because we've all seen what Jasper's like. She's gruff, she's brutal, and I feel like the voice actress for her, I'm sorry, I do need to get into the names a little bit, would seem like an ideal case. So folks, these are just my thoughts on the voice actresses for the Wings of Fire series, as well as for the villains. If you feel like there's any more voice actors out there who could be cast for this group, please let me know in the comments below. Do a like, subscribe. This is Dragon Videos, signing off.